Hello, my name is Paul, and I'm going to talk to you about schedules of reinforcement. Schedules of reinforcement are part of the general area of learning and behavioral processes, which is part of the behavior aspect of human development. And basically saying this comes from the ideas of behaviorism, which states that behavior is a result of experience. That means that people are not born as blank slates, and it's our experiences and the environment that shape who we are and our actions and the way we behave. Because it's the environment that shapes the way we behave, uh, we can basically change behavior through reinforcement. One famous theorist who talked about this idea was B.F. Skinner. He did a lot of research on behaviorism and schedules of reinforcements with pigeons. And this information can also be applied to humans, not only animals, as we all can be taught through behaviorist theory. According to Skinner, these reinforcers cannot simply be enjoyable, they also have to be leading to an increase in frequency of responses. That means that in order for it to be a reinforcer, the resulted response has to increase over time. Skinner also said that positive reinforcement is better than punishment. So when it comes to teaching, it's better off that we give our students praise and encouragement when they do something right than to punish them when they do something wrong. This idea of behaviorism can fall into the category of operant conditioning. Basically, operant conditioning says that in order to encourage a response, we should give a reinforcer immediately, and therefore this response is more likely to happen again. However, if we don't reinforce our response, then that response will decrease. Schedules are therefore important in reinforcement because they can be used to keep the response from disappearing. If you don't reinforce something, over time it will extinguish and just disappear, and you'll no longer get that response from those students anymore. So when it comes to different schedules of reinforcement in order to maintain these responses, there's 4 different basic types of schedules. The first type is fixed ratio. In a fixed ratio schedule, the reinforcer is given after a specific amount of responses. So for example, if a student answers 3 questions, they'll get a compliment from a teacher. Once they've answered another 3 questions, they will again get a compliment from the teacher. In this way, every time that they answer the question 3 times, they will get a reinforcer. Fixed interval is a little different, where the reinforcer is given after a specific amount of time. In this context, every minute the teacher can give an encouragement, and that will reinforce the behavior. So every single minute there's a repeat of this reinforcement. Another type of schedule will be variable ratio. In a variable ratio schedule, the reinforcement is given after a changing number of responses. Therefore, if a student gives a correct answer, a teacher can give the student candy, but then the next time they answer a question right, they won't give that candy right away. It might take 3 other times of correct answers before they get a candy, and then after that maybe 1 more, and then after that maybe 5 correct answers. So the ratio is constantly changing where they will get that reinforcer. Variable interval is another schedule where the time between reinforcement is constantly changing. So it might start off every minute you will give the student candy, and then it might be 30 seconds, then 2 minutes, and so this changing time is what this schedule is based around. When it comes to these different schedules, it is said that variable ratio and variable interval are more likely to last long term than a fixed ratio or fixed interval. And also that variable ratio is actually the one that encourages the highest number of responses and is the most consistent. Therefore, the whole time, because the student never
Created using Powtoon.